Hey guys, good evening. Week 6. Hope everybody's having a good time as I am. This has been an awesome class so far, and I'm sure it's going to continue to be great. This week, some of the questions were how a workshop progress could help me improve as a writer. I think by surrounding myself with others that understand the writing process and are creatively minded, it elevates your game, so to speak, because you're inspired to work and prove you belong in that group of writers or individuals in any, endeavor. As far as an example of how a workshop experience can be beneficial to my future opportunities, workshopping here at SNHU helps me understand the idiosyncrasies of working in a group. It's a relatively safe environment. It teaches us to respond and what is appropriate to respond to others when we're critiquing their work. A full understanding of that dynamic when we get involved in other writing groups or workshops is going to give us an edge as writers, I think, as we move on. What am I hoping to get out of the workshop? Really, I want to establish a relationship with my peers where we can feel free to discuss openly each other's writings, making suggestions without being worried about what we're saying, just hoping to improve each other as we navigate through the program. Hopefully some of these relationships that we're able to build here will continue even after the program's over. I'm hoping that that'll be the case, and they can be utilized professionally for mutual benefit. As far as what I hope to contribute to the workshop, an open mind is my own unique perspective, I guess, on things that we discuss. My writing might not be considered the most highbrow or perfectly composed work, but it's important to me, and that should make it important to you as my peers. I want to approach my opinions on others' work as if I'm critiquing my own, being as honest and frank as possible in an effort to create an atmosphere of learning and mutual benefit to everyone that's involved. As far as advice on peers and expectations, I think being open to different points of view, possible critiques of things that are very personal, because each piece of writing we do is a piece of ourselves, is important. Sometimes it's hard to listen to the truth or hear someone's opinion that isn't the same as ours, but if we remember we're all here to learn from each other, and if we don't agree with someone else, we can just tell them. Also, the biggest thing to remember is mutual respect in both our responses to others and in their responses to us. Explaining in detail why you feel a particular way about whatever you're discussing without making it personal. We all need to remember this is a business, and the writing game is something we all want to be a part of, so we need to act professional even when we disagree. As far as the mission of the SNHU Creative Writing Critique Philosophy, seeming different from the mission of other workshops I've participated in, I've never participated in a workshop. But SNHU having an inclusive mission statement or philosophy was really important. Most of the articles this week dealt with people of color and their lack of opportunities. I think is probably the easiest synopsis of what we read. And while I appreciate it, I don't really agree with most of it. I'm being inclusive of all writers and races and ethnicities. Sorry, when I say that personally. And I don't feel a writer in today's society has any less of an advantage than the next person, regardless of their background. Maya Angelou would have been just as great if she was from another race, and so would Mark Twain or Hemingway. Great writers are great writers, period. I don't have preconceived notions about where any of you are from, your backgrounds, how much money you have, who you love, what type of lifestyle you lead. We're all writers, and while I may not be an expert in your chosen genre, if I make an attempt to give you an honest, open feedback and you're doing the same, then it's coming from the place I feel we all should be in. And that's that we're all here to lift each other up and succeed, sharing our journey that we're on, regardless of our social, religious, political views, ethnicities, or identities. So hopefully you got something good out of that this week. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, and looking forward to hearing you guys' responses.